Hi, how you doing? My name is Jose Luis Morales. Have you watched the movie Top Gun? Maverick, right? Tom Cruise. And I love the scene, or I just love the movie, how much self confidence he has about himself, how creative he is, how brave he is, all the ideas, the things that he comes out with to solve all the problems that he encounters, to have the courage to fly those airplanes. Isn't that amazing? Would you like to have the kind of self confidence to achieve everything that you want to achieve, to step out of your comfort zone, and maybe even just to live the kind of life to live the kind of life you want to live, to feel comfortable with yourself, to be around other people? I want you to know that self confidence is kind of the foundation for everything that you want to do in life, or for everything that we want to do in life. Self confidence is kind of the most important. So, this video is for that. This video is to help you, firstly, to understand what is self confidence, where it comes from, what it is, and how you can create self confidence in yourself so that you can become the best version of yourself to achieve all the desires that you want to achieve. Firstly, let me tell you that I am a neuroencoding specialist. That my job, career, work, whatever you want to call it, is to help people, to inspire them to pursue their dreams, their desires, their goals, everything that they want to do so they can become the person that they want to be. But, or in neuroencoding, what I do is help people to program their brain so that they can always be their best version of themselves. So when things happen in life, you can fall into your best behavior. Okay? Now, where I come from. So I used to struggle with self confidence, self uh, low self esteem. Okay, this what I used to use drugs, alcohol, or just hide myself from people, right? Because I did not believe in myself. Because I always thought that I wasn't worth it. That I need to feel something else inside of me so I could do the things that I need to do. And I had done many crazy things. Yes, I did, but always was under the influence or something else, not me. So I understand and I know how hard it is to not feel yourself, to sacrifice who you truly are and trying to be somebody else just to fit in with other people, to sacrifice your values. And I think the most harder thing is to not being even able to try to do the things that sometimes we want to do. It sucks. It really sucks. It is uncomfortable. It is. It is. So when I realized that my problem was, right, first of all, my identity, who I believe who I was. And also it had to do also with kind of my purpose. So when I connected my purpose and my identity together, I became somebody totally new. I gained self-confidence. I gained self-esteem. And I have this energy and vitality inside of me now that made me step up in front of cameras, going into crowds, Now I am teaching people. I've been doing classes in live webinars. And all this started just right after COVID, right after I started digging into myself and how I could be better. So the first thing that I want to ask you is, what do you understand about self-confidence right now? What do you think is self-confidence? And I want you to let you know that this is really important when it comes to creating self-confidence. First thing is not being able to make mistakes. That's the first thing you need to understand. Being able to, in order for us to grow, we are going to make mistakes. And that's great. I want you to look at it in a positive way. I want you to understand that it is great to make mistakes because that means that you are growing. That means that you are stepping out of your comfort zone. So nobody's gonna see your answer. If you want to pause me. But please write down for you what do you understand for self-confidence right now. Okay, there is no wrong answer. Now let's talk first, right? Because there is three things. There is confidence, um, self-esteem, and self-confidence. Let's start with confidence. I want you to know that you have confidence. And by that, I'm going to tell you that if you drive, right, you get in the car and sometimes you even forget where you're going. You're just talking to somebody else. You just listen to music, you listen to video. And if you listen to this video, you listen to this video, and you're driving and you're not even paying attention. And when you realize you get where you needed to be, you got confidence to tie your shoes. When you were little, you struggled so hard to tie your shoes. And now even seeing my son, how he struggled to tie his shoes, right? He gets angry and all the stuff. And then within weeks, months, he's now tying his shoes and he feels proud of himself. You can brush your teeth, right? There is many things that you have confidence that you can do right now. And that is great. That's the first step that you got to do is recognize the areas in your life where you have confidence. We all do have some level of confidence. So first of all, recognize that is that you have some confidence in yourself. So there's the number one thing, right? That's about confidence. So confidence is, write down, please, if you can, and I will love for you to write down because it's really important to write down things. Helps your brain to recognize and to program your brain to understand those things so you kind of become the person that you want to be. So confidence is having the certainty that you can do things. Like I mentioned to you, you know that you can do things, so you have some confidence within you. Now let's talk about self-esteem. Self-esteem is, write it down please, the level of admiration you have about yourself, the respect you have for yourself, the trust you have on yourself. Let me ask you this. What kind of self-esteem you have about yourself? How do you feel about yourself? Do you respect yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you admire yourself? If not, don't worry. We're going to get there. But this is always really important, is to know where we at so we can get to where we want to be. So if you don't have it, it's fine to understand it. I did it. And it's good to know that we don't. So now we can work on it. Now let's talk about self-esteem. This is the main one, and this is the one, the why you are here, and this is the why I want you to be here, because I love when people have self-esteem. I love it. And admire people when they have self-esteem. And I want you to tell you something. When you see someone that has self-esteem, high self-esteem, I want you to admire them, not to feel bad or to talk negative about them. Because when you talk negative about them or feel bad about it, then you look at yourself and you're like, yeah, they create negative emotion in your body that rejects the kind of identity you want to have. So when you see somebody, I want you to observe how they move, how they walk, how they talk, how they use their body. It has to do a lot with their self-esteem. I want you to learn to observe them, to admire them, and see what is possible, because I want you to know it is possible. I'm an example of it. And I'm an example that it is possible if you want to do it. Okay? So I want you to write down self-esteem. It's a level of certainty about your identity that you have given yourself. Okay? It's your level of certainty that you have given yourself. What I'm trying to say is that this is who you believe you are. Yes. Now, here is something interesting. Who you believe you are, either you give yourself the identity or somebody else give it to you. Yes, unfortunately, sometimes friends, parents, relatives, somebody told you something, you are dumb, right? Sorry to say that, you are stupid, you are ugly. And they repeat it to us 2 times, that bring us to the point like where we believe ourselves that we are. And I want you to pay close attention to this. I'm going to tell you this right now. Is the repetition that creates this. So if somebody told you that, and then many times, and then you start repeating yourself, it becomes a belief, it becomes who you are. It can be from other people, or it can be from yourself. If you started at some point in your life saying that to yourself, you ended up believing it, and this who you become, who you are right now. Now, as you know, right, repetition is the mother of every skill that you learn. You want to learn something, you practice over and over and over and over until you do it. That's how we learn things, right? There is a faster way, and I'm going to tell you sooner. But what I'm telling you this is because, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Do you have some bad and good habits? Do you? Right? We all do. Don't worry. We all do. I have. Now I got more good habits, but I still have some bad habits. I used to have a lot of bad habits. Now I'm going into the positive way. We all do. We all have, and we are never going to be perfect. We are not. We always going to have some tail that somebody can step over, or even ourselves. So don't worry about it. What I'm trying to tell you is that habits are created by repetition. Yes, we started doing something, right? Let's talk about alcohol for many drinkers, or eating sugar, whatever you want to talk. We try it. Oh wow, tastes good. Oh wow, tastes good. And we do over and over again until it becomes a habit. So it's the same thing with your identity, like I mentioned to you. Now, here is the thing, right? With our identity, is that the same way you get to adapt the identity is the same way how you can create your new identity. Let me ask you this favor, please, and I want you to pause me and stop me for 5 minutes. And I want you to write down who you are. And if you're driving or doing something else, stop it. Here is the thing. I want you to understand this. And if you understand this, this is gonna make a lot of difference in your life, just so you know. The whole world is full of information. You have everything you need from me or from somebody else. You have enough information in your phone and your computer and your tablet for you to transform, to change your life, and to become the amazing person you want to be. But life is not about information. It's about action. It's about action. It's about the action that you take with what you learn. And if you take the smallest action, as writing down things, you are gonna be far ahead from other people. So take it serious, please. Listen, I make this video and I move on, but this is for you, and I want you to make some changes in your life. I want you to be better. So please, I would like you to write down right now who you are, who you believe you are. Pause me, take a 5 minutes, and then come back. Okay, let me tell you this. So every thought in your head, everything that you think, is just all the words that you say to yourself. They create pictures and make you see and say and do things. It's all it is in your head. And why I'm telling you this? Because all we have to do, all you have to do is just change the words you say in your head to yourself. It's all you have to do. Just change the words you say to yourself so that you can start creating new pictures, so that you can start feeling differently and start doing things differently. So this is how you can change who you are. This is how you can gain self-confidence, just by changing all the words that you are saying to yourself in your head. Now, after you write down who you were, now what I want you to do is to write down your new identity. Pause me. Please pause me. Take 5, 10 minutes. If you have to take 30 minutes, take 30 minutes. But I want you to pause me and I want you to write down who you want to be. I, Jose Luis Morales, am, right? A tenacious, loving, brave, creative, energetic, handsome, beautiful person. Let me repeat it to you one more time. You're going to write down your name and you're going to put beautiful words in front of your name. I, Jose Luis Morales, am a beautiful, handsome, brilliant, tenacious, loving, brave, creative, energetic, awesome, magnificent. I am blessed. I am brilliant. I'm strong. Create your own identity statement. Let me tell you a secret. I do not want you to go back and trying to figure out why you think the way you think right now, why you feel the way you feel right now. Do not do that. Do not do that. Because it might happen to you if you start digging in the back of your brain, why I'm like this. You might find the answer more likely not, and you're gonna fall into the trap of the why, and you might never get an answer, and you're gonna get stuck over there. Do not try to figure out why you are who you are right now. Do not. You don't need to understand it. All you need to know is who you want to become. who you want to be, how do you want to feel about yourself. This is all you need to understand and what you need to understand. So after you create your identity, okay, now you are going to get up on your chair, the table, wherever you are sitting on the floor, and I want you to grab it, okay, like this, and I want you to read it. Actually, let me show you a nice secret. Put it on your left hand, upper right, keep your head straight, look to your left, and I want you to read it aloud. I, Jose Luis Morales, am beautiful, handsome, magnificent, brilliant, courageous, brave, whatever you want to say. I want you to walk around your house. I want you to dance, jump. I want you to be in a epic state of mind, energetic, full of life. I want you to do it. Now you're gonna say like, I cannot show you other finger, but are you gonna tell me that this is just how I'm gonna change my name? This is all I have to do it, and I'm gonna feel great about myself. I'm gonna tell you yes. This is how you're gonna do it. And let me tell you the secret of this. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe it. All you have to do it is just do it. It's all you gotta do. Just do it. It's the same thing how you started. It's the same thing how you become who you are right now. Somebody told you something at the beginning, you didn't believe it. Like I mentioned to you, somebody repeated to you over and over again, and then you started repeating yourself over and over and over again until you became who you are right now. And it's the same thing with this. Now, we're going the opposite. You're going to start repeating yourself who you want to be, do it in private. Why? Because it's important for you to start doing by yourself. And then you can start going for a walk outside, you can start going for a run outside, and you can keep singing the same song, who you are. And you're going to do this at least for next 10 days. And you're going to read this statement, this identity statement of who you are 10 times a day, 5 to 10 times a day. I would say 10 times a day. Set it up an alarm on your phone. Tell Siri, Alexa, whoever you got on your phone to remind you every hour to read this, to say it in your brain if you are working and you cannot say it. Do it. It's your life. It's your life. Please. If you don't want to do for yourself, do for your loved ones, do for who you love. But I will say do for yourself because this is about you. This is for you. This is for you to accomplish everything you want to accomplish in life. And the most important to me is for you to start living your life, the kind of life you want to live. So you're going to repeat this for next 10 days, 5 to 10 times a day. After you write it down, read it aloud, move around. Now, here is the other secret. Because it happens, things happen in life, right? When you are at home, probably right now, if you're by yourself, because they might think you're crazy, and let me tell you, you are crazy. We are crazy. We are crazy. Don't worry about it. I want you to sit on the chair. I want you to start feeling the emotion, okay? And I want you to get up right away when you start feeling the emotion, the negative emotion. I want you to breathe, smile, and say it. Your identity statement. I, Jose Luis Morales, am a brilliant, tenacious, loving, brave, creative, energetic. And I want you to celebrate. I want to say, yes, high five, bounce. Do something to celebrate yourself that you did it. I want you to sit down again, and I want you to go back to the same spot. I want you to create, to be on purpose, create the negative emotion a little bit. Not too much, like I mentioned, not too much. And you don't have to go deeper. I just want you to feel it a little bit. And I want you to get up, smile, and say your identity statement again. I, Jose Luis Morales, I'm a brilliant, tenacious, loving, brave, creative, whatever. And I want you to pat yourself in the back, celebrate whatever you got to do. I want you to repeat this. I want you to repeat this 10 times. And every time you do it, I want you to do faster and faster and faster and faster until you don't feel the negative emotion anymore. Here is the third thing for this. If you are walking on the street, if you are at the grocery store, if you are at your job, if you are around other people, okay, and you start feeling the emotion of self-worth, low self-esteem, the little better, right? I want you to do this. I want you to lift your head, look around, right? Breathe deeply, and say it in your head. I, Jose Luis Morales, am a brilliant, tenacious, loving, brave, creative, energetic. Wherever is your identity statement, your new identity statement, say it and say yes. Keep moving. Every time the monster start coming to you, when it's a baby, kill it. Kill the baby. Whenever you start feeling the emotion, interrupt the pattern. Yes, yes, yes. And you will find out how within days you are going to start being a different person. I want to thank you so much for giving me your time to stay to the end of this video. And if this video was worth it for you, please, I want you to share it, to give it to other people that needs it, to like it, and to subscribe. So I know I have a lot of videos in Spanish. I'm trying to create both English and Spanish for right now, but I will love for you to give me some feedback how it went, how do you feel, how it worked, or if you have questions, or maybe you need some other kind of help. Please send a message, leave a comment, and I will be able to reach out to you. Let me know how I can help you, how I can serve you better. It's my pleasure to help you to see people live a life with purpose, joyful, and actually enjoy life. I truly believe we are here to live, not to hide from other people. Okay? So I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate your time and my best wishes for you.